Professor. Nothing to report. You know, it's such a thrill to be able to greet you like this again. I almost died as well in the battle 5 years ago, but I won't allow any enemies to get into this place again. I promise you that. Even if the Death Knight shows up, I'll be sure to... Well, for now I'll keep training, so I can eventually feel confident that I can stop him.
Yeah, let's wait until the end of the chapter. Fun fact, actually, if you play Crimson Flower, if you side with the Empire, there will be a guard here with the same model and the same voice who will mention that he has a twin who is a very devout follower of Cyrus and who used to stand guard at the monastery. So if you're playing Crimson Flower, you're not talking to the same gatekeeper, you're talking to his evil twin, literally.
You're kidding. Is Dedu really gone? There's so much more I wanted to say to him.
You don't have to.
He was always so tender with the flowers in the greenhouse. I wonder how they're doing.
You don't have to go and break my heart all over again, Ash. Thank you very much.
Hey, I've been looking for that. How'd you know?
Yeah, I am just so grateful that we actually did deduce paralogue, because otherwise this would really hurt.
So, yeah. The Alliance is such a mess. How are we supposed to know where's safe and where's not? I should probably just move my little sis and grandpa to Garrick Mach. At least I could keep working on becoming a proper knight without having to worry about them. I gotta find him a house once things calm down a bit.
I don't think I have any of his items anymore. No, I don't. I do like his time skip outfit a lot more than his time skip look. I would say that.
Hey, I could use a hand.
Pirates in Srang. Okay, let's go. More terrible news. Soldiers at Fordland's Lock had abandoned their posts. Yep, we'll take it.
You're kidding. Oh.
Alright. Teas. What kind of teas do I need for this month and next month? So we just had the tea with Ingrid, which means we still need a 4-spice blend and an almond blend. 2 sweet apple, 1 Albanian berry, and we don't have any sweet apple left, wow. And 1 Almaran pine needle. Okay, so I know what I gotta buy.
Hello there.
Sweet apple.
This one, yes? I thank you.
Almaran pine needle.
This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think this one,
All
yes?
of the bait, just in
I think
case.
this one, yes? I think this one, yes?
Yeah, we can actually afford to splurge a bit.
I think this one, yes?
And we will be getting a lot more money now that we're going to battle a lot more often, so we will be very good for money very soon.
Please.
Now, there's unrest everywhere these days. All of my fellow merchants seem to be endangered. I hope things go back to normal soon. People need more to smile about, aside from my great deals. Hey, how about
Alright, so this is the same one as usual that gives us the stat boosters.
Thanks for finding this. I honestly never thought I'd see it again.
You are welcome. Let's see. Oh, what do you want?
I got a favor to ask.
Start a collection that chronicles the history of Fordland. Yeah, we're gonna find you something.
Professor.
Don't worry, buddy.
What do you require?
Can I already? I don't think I can buy all of these already, but let's just buy what we can.
Ready for...
Do you want a... Do you want a... Do you want a... We'll do... Do you want a... Do you want a higher... Do you want a...
We will see.
Do you want a...
And we're gonna keep it at that because I want some money just in case I need to repair items. Okay. Arcane Crystal. Moving on.
I'd given up on ever seeing you again. Where have you been hiding? Anyway, now that we're reunited in the land of the living, I must fulfill my promise.
We're just gonna pretend that we know what he's talking about.
That's right. I promised the captain I'd protect you in his stead, and now I'll make good on my word.
Well, you haven't done a very good job so far, but okay.
Oh, this is mine. I thought it had vanished. Thanks. I owe you.
You are welcome. This is one of the silliest quests ever. Let's do it.
Do you have time for a request?
The fish seems skittish lately. It's said that every 5 years, in the wake of a storm, mystery fish appears and eats up all the other fish in the pond. They call it the big one. I thought it was just a legend though. Okay, we'll catch the big one. And I think we do actually need to use herring bait for this, like the really, really good bait. So, yeah, let's go. We are looking for a purple fish. There we go. Yeah, could have been better, could have been worse. Fodlandi, challenging to ensnare this ancient fish has swum in the waters of Fodland for countless generations. So this is an immortal fish, nice. We're
You've
done.
done me a great service.
Now the other fish can rest easy, assuming fish rest.
Okay.
Do fish dream of scaly sheep?
Hello.
Hi, my guardian, and welcome back. You literally just missed the silliest quest in the history of Fire Emblem Three Houses quests. And here we have Lysithia. If they wanted to make her look even more like a child, they succeeded.
I should probably keep things to myself. But in all honesty, what matters to me more than anything is ensuring a peaceful, quiet future for my parents. I don't care about the kingdom. I simply want to remove the threat of the Empire. Because of this, Dimitri's fixation on Edelgard is convenient to me. I fight for my own reasons and no others.
Opportunist, I like it. Do I have anything for you, my dear? This is hers, I think. Yes.
Hey, that's mine. Thank you for finding it.
Awesome, there you go. Free motivation. And also very hilarious. Our flowers are still there. The seeds that we planted are still there 5 years later. This is just ridiculous. This game is so bad with story and gameplay integration sometimes. And in other cases, it is incredibly good with it. Like, that's the thing, it's so inconsistent. Ah, okay. Yeah, my guardian, I don't think your earlier messages went through, but good to know that it's only like a temporary end issue. Bernie, let's go.
At last, I return to my domain, my lonely paradise, my realm of exquisite solitude. Huh? Professor? Is that you? You didn't hear that just now, did you?
I heard everything.
Right. You didn't? Well, good.
I must say Bernie is one of those characters. She's got one of the best glow-ups during the time skip, which makes it even more egregious what stupid design they chose for her in Three Hopes. Because in Three Hopes, she has that haircut where she took like her ponytail and she put it up into like a little knot right over here, and it sticks up like a palm tree. Like in German, we call that hairstyle a palm tree. And I think the last time I wore it, I was 7. It's literally a hairstyle for little girls, like prepubescent girls. Which, combined with the fact that she's supposed to be like little skittish hikomori girl in Japanese, is just like... This is very iffy. She's the most lolly character that lollied in this cast, and she's not even the youngest. So, I just like to prefer that her Hope's design just doesn't exist.
I finally managed to meet up with everyone again, but they're all so gloomy. Hey, Professor, care to join me for a cup of tea? We could invite the others and the soldiers. Doesn't it? Oh, there probably isn't time to bake any treats, though. Oh, I should invite Dimitri to come along as well.
Sadly, we cannot actually invite Dimitri to tea time at this moment. As I said, you cannot invite him to tea time, you cannot invite him to meals, you cannot watch his supports, you cannot use him in tournaments. The only thing I can do with him is fight on the battlefield and certify him into new classes.
Though I don't suppose he'll want to join in.
And Mercedes is just highlighting the fact that his gameplay integration is actually pretty good. Okay, you get the Book of Ghost Stories.
Oh, this is mine. Thank you for returning it to me, but how did you know I lost it?
I know because I played this game like 3 dozen times. Let's move on. Oh, Shamir. Okay, let's go, Shamir.
Thanks for your help out there. Battles tend to go smoother with you around. I think you did most of the heavy lifting. It may be unwise to think this way on the battlefield.
I'll go grab myself a drink real quick while I let the support run. I'll be right back.
But I feel I can trust your commands without question. Not sure. I might have an idea, but never mind. I've also noticed that you've been putting me in more precarious situations lately.
We have literally not used her since her paralogue, but okay.
Almost like you know I won't question your orders. Huh. I'm glad you trust me to get the job done, but still, I knew you were doing it on purpose. You're in a very important position now that you're leading the charge against the Empire. Funny to think you used to just teach at the Officers' Academy. Your old students still call you Professor. That's no title for the commander of an army. Relax, I was just having fun. You sure are an interesting one. My people lost the war, and I was left to wander Fodlan alone. But I guess meeting you was my prize. You look confused. Did you not know any of this? I was living in my homeland of Dagda up until the Imperial Army destroyed it 10 years ago.
What is this writing? Yeah, she's actually a very good bow user. I think when we actually go with bow users who actually use bows, the best one is probably, well, Claude, then Leonie, then Shamir, and then it's between Ash and Bernadetta, honestly.
But being a mercenary, I have no real allegiance. That's why I'm working here now. Don't worry, though. I don't plan to turn on you.
But yeah, the good thing about Shamir is that she comes in at a very high level already. Like, she's already very strong when you get her, so she works right out of the gate.
Now that I think about it, His Highness was right. You probably don't have time to waste on cleaning. Maybe I wasn't taking the situation seriously enough. After all, the Imperial Army could be showing up at any time. I was just so happy to see you again. And everyone else too. Maybe I got carried away.
I mean...
Oh, really? That's so nice to hear.
Being able to sleep in a clean place does raise morale, so, you know, it's not entirely stupid.
Oh, that! I thought I was gone for good. How did you know it was mine?
Alright. So now we gotta see who we're actually taking out for dinner. Because we have 10 spots open and... Oh, Casper. I'm sorry I didn't talk to you.
Hey, Professor! You won't believe what happened. I figured I couldn't go back to the Empire after Garrick Mach fell, so I started drifting across the Kingdom and Alliance. Then, I just happened to run into our old class, so we came back to the monastery together.
Nice, nice. I think he has full motivation right now, so even if we had an item, we wouldn't need it. Who needs motivation? Let's start with that. Linhard and Bernie. Okay, so we're gonna do Linhard and Bernie, Raphael and Flame, Hilda and Caspar, because those guys also still need their level ups. They still need their support advanced. Let's start with Fisherman's Bounty, Raphael and Flame. There she is. Let's go.
This is
me.
Okay. I don't think Hilda and Caspar have any of this stuff in common, do they? Hilda... Yeah, Caspar is very much not a fish person, which kind of sucks. Let's see. He's usually a meat guy, so... Daphne stew? No. Do I really have to look this up? Because I don't want to be sitting here for too long. Just looking for this. Let me use my filters. Hilda and Caspar. Oh, fish and bean soup and... Wait, Fisherman's Bounty? They both like Fisherman's Bounty? Did I see that correctly? No, they do not. Oh damn, that means I have... That means I don't have my filters set correctly. Ah. Okay, that's gonna be a bit inconvenient. Dare true style pheasant, country style red turnip plate. Dare true style pheasant. That sounds good. Let's go. Caspar, where are you? There. Thank you.
Yep.
And we're gonna need Yuri and Balthus. There we go.
What?
Let's see, do we need anybody else? Linhard and Bernadetta. Can we get Cyril and Constance together on the free meal? No, we can't. Linhard and Bernadetta, let's go.
This is...
Cyril and Constance, let's go. Let's get both of you motivated.
This is so...
And now, one very important one, because if you're playing Blue Lions, this is the only route where you have access to Annette and Gilbert's paralogue. But you have to get them to a C support before chapter 18. If you get them to a C support only after chapter 18, you will not be able to access the paralogue. So really make sure that you get that. I think they have pretty much all of the fish dishes in common, if I remember correctly. So we're just gonna have to look for one that is fish with a net. And Gilbert, there we go.
This is my favorite dish. Did someone tell you?
Ooh, I love this stuff. Did you know that?
And usually those two have unique dialogue with each other. Let's see. Oh, there we go. See support. Let's go.
Father! Father! Why do you pretend not to recognize me?
Annette,
I've been looking everywhere for you. Please stop treating me like a stranger. I can't bear it. Father, wait! How long will you keep avoiding me like this?
I have lost the right to face you or your mother.
This has nothing to do with rights. We're family. I'm your daughter.
Indeed, you are my daughter. Yet I am no father. I am only a fool who abandoned his family.
You really think it was foolish to abandon us?
I do.
Then the least you can do is apologize. I'm fine, but Mother deserves as much. I finished my studies at the School of Sorcery and the Officers' Academy. I have a busy and satisfying life now. But Mother, she's waited for you to return all this time, living under my uncle's roof.
I am sorry, Annette.
I already told you, don't say that to me. Apologize to Mother. Let her see your face.
That I cannot do. I know you do not understand, but it is the way of things. As for you, Annette, say the word, and I will disappear from your life forever. For now, though, I must return to my duties.
Father, how could you be so cruel?
So yeah, there's a lot of people who hate on Gilbert. And I gotta say, from a Western perspective, it does make sense to hate on him. But he has a very culturally influenced mindset. Like this is a thing that is actually still happening to this day in Japan, where men who feel like they have brought dishonor to their family will leave their families so as to take that dishonor with them and make sure that their shame does not reflect on their family. Like this is still a deeply ingrained mindset. You will find people to this day in Japan who practice that, and that is exactly what is going on with him here. And the entire storyline of his support with Annette is basically about him finally understanding that he is causing more damage to his family by trying to keep them from the shame than it would be if he came back. So yeah, it is very easy to criticize it when you don't have the cultural background, but you can see in the polls, in character popularity polls, that in Japan, the reception of Gilbert is a lot less negative than it is in the West, because Japanese people do have this context of what he is supposed to represent. And we've got a piece support for Bernadetta and Linhardt. Let's go. We're finally getting there.
A little more crimson, maybe?
May I suggest vermilion instead?
Vermilion? I know, I see it. You don't have to say it. I've got no talent at all.
I said nothing about your talent. I simply suggested vermilion over crimson. Do you know vermilion? It's just a softer shade of crimson. I believe it would... Oh, forget it. This is your artistic vision and I am but a meddler. I am going to read my book and leave you to your art.
No, it's fine. Say what you want to say. It's good advice. I'll use vermilion. Thank you.
Well, I'd best be heading back.
Phew! Finally done! I think.
All finished?
Please, don't look at it!
Everything looks a bit faded, doesn't it? Ironically, crimson may have been a better choice after all. The sense of distance on the petals is a little strange. Perhaps you should pay closer attention to such details as you paint. A preliminary sketch would do wonders. Still, forget my pedantic comments. You really do have potential.
He's trying so hard.
Bernadetta?
Idiot! Hopeless! Waste of charm! Just burn the whole thing, Bernie! Break your stupid brushes and never paint again!
Here we go again with the overreactions.
Huh. Perhaps I should have kept my thoughts to myself.
Yeah, Linhard, this might have been the best time to take a nap, to be honest. Okay. Who do we have? Oh, we have a support with Ferdinand. Okay. Raphael? Yes, awesome.
Hello, Raphael. Are you well? Any chance you might be training today?
Of course! My muscles are always ready to train.
I imagine so. Mind if I tag along? I have been practicing my battle cries. I believe you shall notice a marked improvement. Rah! Yeah!
Wow, that sounds much better than last time. But try doing it more like this.
Oh, hearing it anew is positively invigorating. I have much training ahead if I am to become as strong as you.
Try not to strain yourself. You've got smarts, so you shouldn't have to worry about your muscles.
I won't be satisfied until my body is as strong as my mind. As my body is so frail, my brother is endlessly worrying over me.
I know what that's like. I have a little sister too. I always worry about her, even when it's something small, like catching a cold.
Then surely you understand. I want to give my brother peace of mind. If I don't get stronger, I won't be able to do all the things I wish to do. But I'm quite enjoying this. I have never shouted so loudly in all my life. Each time I allow myself to let go in such a way, I feel invigorated.
Well, if you're having fun, I'm not gonna stop you. Go on and shout as much as you want. Give it all you've got and make your brother proud.
Just you wait. I've only just begun.
Raphael is gonna be deaf by
All
the
right.
time he's done training
Gather
her.
up your energy deep in your gut and get ready to shout.
That day in the recording booth must have been awesome.